What is up, legends? It is Mark here. We're going to be going over the 5 retarded beliefs that keep 99% of people broke. And they're retarded because they're keeping you broke. It's kind of like the textbook definition. That's what we're going to be going over this video. It's going to be a fun one. We're not going to fuck around. All right, let's get straight into it. First retarded belief on the list: I need the perfect product slash timing slash strategy to succeed. What I'm going to go through is not the product, but rather the timing and the strategy. So you've probably heard people say this before: I'm going to wait to get started in ecom, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you're trying to hustle on, bro. Honestly, this isn't even an ecom video. This is just trying to help you reach your goals, period. And there's this weird belief that is just instilled in people from birth that's like, okay, I'll do this extraordinary thing, but I got to get A, B, and C done first. I got to make sure I'm out of school. I got to make sure I kind of clean things up with my girl so that we're all good there. I got to finish school, maybe. And there's all these reasons not to do the thing. But here's the funny thing about successful people versus unsuccessful people: there's always a reason to not do the fucking thing. It's always there. The reasons never fucking go away. They're always there. When I got started in entrepreneurship, do you want me to list out all the things that I could have used as excuses? So number 1, age. There's probably a lot of you young cunts in the chat. I was young when I got started in entrepreneurship. Most people would have said, and what most people actually told me: Mark, you should spend some time in college, learn the skills, connect with people, maybe get a job out in the real world to learn how business works. You don't know how business works. And guess what? Here's the funny part. They were fucking right. I didn't know how business worked. Where they were wrong was thinking that college, university, and working a job was going to teach me how business is done. You don't learn business that way. You learn business by fucking doing it. Period. I could have said, I'm going to wait till I'm older. Number 1. I could have said, I'm going to wait until I have more money. I didn't have a lot of money. My mom was a single mom. We were straddling the line like between lower and middle class, which actually sucks because we barely did not qualify for government assistance programs like food stamps, etc. So we were just on that line where we had to pay for everything. But I got 2 siblings. My mom was putting 3 children through school. It's a lot of fucking money. High school and college. I could have said, I need to wait until I have a little bit more money to get this business off the ground. And honestly, if you don't have capital to get your business off the ground, that doesn't mean don't start it. That just probably means, hey, don't run ads. Like if you only have $100, there's stories of wildly successful entrepreneurs that have started businesses for $100, but they are incredibly resourceful and they didn't go straight to running fucking paid ads unless they were running Facebook in 2012 when the CPMs were 4 cents. This was an excuse. And guess what? It was a valid excuse. What else did I have here? I had college and school. When I got started, I was 18. I was actually going into university. I could have said, I need to wait till I finish school to really focus on that business. That was one of the most bullshit ones of all. Like, no, dude, I gotta wait. I got like 2 more semesters left, 3 more semesters, 1 semester. Fuck it. The rate that AI is developing right now, 6 months is fucking 6 years. You have been placed in one of the greatest opportunities to live your life in the history of the fucking world. And you're not gonna take a tiny little risk, and even saying it's a risk is fucking bullshit, because the bigger risk is doing nothing with your life. Biggest risk is having 40 fucking years go by and you realize you're the same person making the same money with the same friends and the same bullshit ass life. Is that really what you want? That's not what I wanted. But notice, the timing wasn't right. I was going to school. I didn't have money. I was young. I had every excuse in the book to not start the thing. But as an entrepreneur, you have to be a little fucking delusional. You have to listen to people's advice and then not fucking use it. Only listen to advice from people who you want to be like, who you aspire to be like. If you aspire to be like me, cool. Take my advice and use it in your own life. But the people that were giving me advice, I didn't want to be like them. So I just said, I'll listen. I'd be like, oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. 4 years of school? Oh, no, I think that's a good idea. Oh, $200,000 in student loan debt? No, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Oh, going and working a job that you don't like to make somebody else rich for decades just to barely increase your earning potential? No, you know what? That actually does make sense. What? Bro, this is all to say this is a bullshit, retarded belief. I need the perfect timing, the perfect strategy, the perfect situation to succeed. I don't know what else to fucking say, man. It's just the biggest load of bullshit. I don't want you to believe it, bro, because look at me in the eyes. All it takes is you believing a small handful of limiting beliefs, and your dream life just goes down the fucking drain. It just takes a few beliefs to hold you back because they compound over time. They fucking compound. Let's move on to belief number 2, retarded belief, keeping people broke. Number 2, if it doesn't work immediately, it's not meant to be. This is a funny one. A lot of you motherfuckers are spoiled. You are straight up spoiled. Especially, no disrespect, but especially all you young cunts, okay? I'm not even that fucking old. But my generation has problems, so all the young cunts, you guys got fucking issues. Specifically, you lack patience because everything in your world is instant. Social media, instant. Corn, instant. Food, instant. Everything that you could possibly want is virtually instant. So when the time comes for you to actually, work on a little something called delayed gratification, you can't fucking handle it. And that's because your environment has just been training you to want that quick fucking dopamine. If you haven't watched this video on my YouTube, please, at the end of this video, go fucking watch it. It is called addiction hacking. Because in that video, I basically show you how you can get addicted to things that are not social media, corn, food, nicotine, caffeine, whatever your fucking vice is. It's always instant. It's always something instant. But the reason that I say this is because, look, we have a lot of people that join BBA, join Brand Builders Academy. I say this to everybody who joins, but only a small group of people actually take it to heart. The ones that are the most successful are the ones that can continue to take L after L without a loss of enthusiasm. There's a really good quote from Winston Churchill. This goes for everybody, by the way. Really good quote here. Success is going from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. So if we relate that to ecom, it would be success is going from product to product without a loss of enthusiasm, from creative to creative, from store to store. I tested over 50 products before I found a winner. 50 means test 1, build a store, create the ads, failed. Test 2, find the product, build a store, create the ads, failed. Over 50 times. Inside BBA, I actually have screen shared and showed my old ad accounts from 2018. And at the time, I was using a new campaign to test each product, and I had well over 50 campaigns in there. Nothing really took off. Some of them, I got up to maybe, 5K in sales, maybe 10K like max, but it was always break even or unprofitable. That just goes to show the ones that are most determined and continue to take L after L after L and still have that enthusiasm, still push forward, are the ones that win. And the thing is, it's really difficult for you to push forward when you're taking L after L if you don't know how to reframe your L's, if you don't know how to take L's like a fucking man. The point is, instant gratification in society right now is everywhere, especially if you live in a first world country. It's fucking everywhere. The biggest thief of your greatness, of your success, of all the money that I know you want to make, the greatest thief is this thing right here. I promise you, this is a bigger thief than your family not believing in you, your friends. This, if anything is gonna steal your greatness, it's this fucking rectangle that you have in your hand all fucking day. Don't let it win, bro. Don't let it win. Are you really just trying to fucking blend in as a normie and live an average ass life? Fuck that. But that means you're gonna take a lot of L's, and there's gonna be a period of time where you're doing everything right but seeing zero results. Do you understand that? There's gonna be a period of time where you're doing everything right and you have donut results. Nothing. No money coming in at all, even though your actions, your inputs are the right inputs. And that is God testing you to see what you're really capable of, see if you're worthy of what's on the other side. So the question is, how fucking strong are you? Most of you gotta toughen the fuck up. Because those L's, bro, they're not gonna stop coming anytime soon. They're gonna keep slapping you in the fucking face. Mike Tyson to the fucking jaw. All right, next belief. I'll start when I have more money / knowledge. If you want to run paid ads, I do believe that you should have some money set aside, okay? I genuinely do. You should have at least $2,000 to $4,000 set aside if you're gonna run paid ads. I want you to win, okay? Like if you want me to say, hey, you can start with $5 a day ad sets. And you know what? That's actually true. I can't wait till you find your winning product in 2035. Fuck. I'm trying to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Now, you can actually start on very low budgets if you're going the organic route. And a lot of people, they hear me say the word fucking organic and they're like, oh, it doesn't work. Doesn't fucking work. It does work. You just suck at it and you probably think there's only one way of doing it. Like you just have to use TikTok and TikTok only. And you have to follow a specific like posting blueprint. And then if you don't have a winning video pop off in 30 videos, then you're done. Look, bro. If you want to win in business, you have to pay with your money or your time. If you don't have money, you have to pay with your time. If you don't have time, you pay with your money. Wealthy people don't have time. That's why they are happy to spend tens of thousands of dollars chartering a private jet, because they know that the hours that they would lose flying something like commercial is worth more than the amount that they would spend on chartering a private jet. They don't view time the same way that poor people do. They view time as an asset that they try to buy. But if you don't have money, if you're not rich, you have to pay with something. Like, what do you expect? You guys you want every fucking, benefit that there is without any of the sacrifice. Like, if you don't have money, you pay with time. If you don't have time, you pay with money. All right, retarded belief number 4, short-term thinking over long-term vision. Now, you may not say this directly word for word, but a lot of you for sure think it, for sure. You know how I know? Because there's literally such a thing, such a poison as the dropshipping mindset. We all know it. This is essentially the pump and dump philosophy, where you try to fucking, catch these trends, catch these waves, rip some fucking ads, scale it, make some money. In 3 months, the product starts dying. You realize you have no fucking idea how to make creatives or any kind of sustainable business. Refunds start going through the roof, chargebacks, payment processors start to ban you, ad accounts go down, pages go down. Look, I know this fucking game. I've been doing it since 2018. A lot of people still try this method and they just get in and get out. And it's almost like swing trading in crypto or something. And they just try to get in and out in a short period of time and just stack the cash. Every single person I know who does that gets fucked over at least once and then ends up moving on to building a real brand. That's why it's called Brand Builders Academy, dude. It's not called fucking Pump and Dump Academy. That's why, right there, because building a brand is long term. That's actually true of almost all of the make money hustles out there. People that start agencies, SMMA, that shit, you know what happens? They start an agency, they actually get clients, they actually start to fulfill on the clients, and they get them good results, and they're like, holy shit, I'm making this guy so much more money, and I'm doing 90% of the work. This is fucking stupid. And then they go and start their own brand. Another example, copywriters. Copywriters start getting clients, start making some money. They start fulfilling on clients and then getting them great results. And they're like, holy shit, this VSL that I wrote for this guy is making this dude $200,000 a month. I got paid $2K. And then they realize, fuck this, I'm starting my own brand. All the roads almost lead to the same, you know what? I'll keep going. Affiliates. I love my affiliates, man. I love my affiliates. But let me tell you, I also know the game. Affiliates are credible marketers, and what happens is they make a ton of money for somebody else. And affiliates really do basically like SMMA, but just 10 times better. They make their offer owner all this money, be like, wait, I'm only getting paid XYZ CPA? If I actually own the business, I would be making so much more. And I'm literally doing all the hard work. And then they go and start a brand. It all leads to the same long-term journey of building something that you own, something that is entirely yours, and something ideally that you can sell and exit in the future. Retarded belief number 5. The product is everything. The product is everything, man. Why ecom people are indoctrinated to believe that dropshipping or branded dropshipping or ecom in general is basically like educated gambling. That is so fucking stupid. But the way that they do it, it literally is like educated gambling. They're using the same copy as everybody else. They're using the same fucking ripped ads. They're using the same copy and paste store template. If all of these are the same across 100 plus competitors, what are you competing on really? The only thing that's fucking left is the product. So no wonder it feels like you're gambling and you go from product to product to product to product to product without making any fucking sales or anything profitable. No wonder there's nothing else left for you to compete on. All that's fucking left is the product. For me, what shattered this belief was I remember thinking in dropshipping, I was like, oh yeah, dude, it's all the product. You find a winning product, bro, you're basically a fucking millionaire. I'm not even lying. I legitimately thought this. And the point at which I transformed my thinking was essentially, there's people out there with businesses that are wildly successful that they're not dropshipping. They literally have a product-based business. Let's say it's been handed down for a generation. This guy got his dad's business. He's now the sole owner. They sell one product. He doesn't have the luxury of just being oh, it's not a winning product, and then moves on to the next one. No, he has to figure out how to make that one fucking work. And it turns out that whole figuring out process is literally just direct response marketing. And nobody teaches it except me. No, more people teach it now. But back then, I promise you, nobody legitimately taught it for ecom. So I had to figure this shit out on my own. And then I started reading real direct response material, breakthrough advertising, scientific advertising, cash advertising, great leads, 0 to 100 million, Gary Halbert letters, everything on Clayton Makepeace. I went quite deep. I started sourcing fucking direct response material from the deepest corners of the internet I could find. And I realized that, oh my God, do I live in a fucking vacuum right now? And all these beliefs were just broken right in front of me because these are some of the best marketers that ever existed on the planet. And they're almost never talking about the product. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that some fucking shit, huh? So hopefully you can learn from these beliefs instead of having to go through them painfully yourself, okay? Let me go through these again. Number 1, I need the perfect timing / strategies to succeed. Wrong. If it doesn't work immediately, it's not meant to be. Wrong. I'll start when I have more money, time, knowledge. Wrong. Short-term thinking over long-term vision. Wrong. Look, I know you guys are wanting to make money in the next 24 hours. Like you have these short windows in your mind, but I can't explain it. But the longer your time frame is that you view success, the more money you're going to make. The people that are looking at their overall success in terms of decades, those are the people that make the most amount of fucking money. Play the long game. I promise. Doesn't make sense, but play the long game. And then lastly, the product is everything. We already know that's not true, man. I think that's pretty much debunked for the most part nowadays, but it definitely wasn't. I still make videos that say like how to find, winning products, blah, blah, blah. But literally the first thing that I say is winning products are not found, they're created. And they're created through your marketing. If you're a savage marketer, you can make almost any product a winner. Now, the product can make it easier because if you're able to compete on things that are unique, then that's a huge competitive advantage, right? Like in the supplement space, what people are really competing on is their copy and the ingredients. If you have an ingredient that is super duper hot, that is like a huge competitive advantage. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for joining.